Time checks 3:12 in the afternoon. Which statement on true authority is wrong? A, B, C, or letter D? The answer is wrong. That is letter B. Letter B is wrong. It seeks its own satisfaction and privilege. Number two, after a lesson on the atom, the students were asked to work on a physical model of the atom to determine learning. For which group of students is building an atom model intended? Physical model, that is letter B, kinesthetically intelligent. Physical model eh. Number three, the main purpose in administering a pre-test and a post-test to student is to pre-test and post-test. That is letter A. Very good. Measure gains in learning. The answer is letter A. Number four, teacher Vicky shows her students a picture of people in thick jackets. Then she asked them to tell what kind of climate when the picture was taken. If she asks 5 questions of this kind and her students do not get them, it is safe to conclude that pupils are quite weak in the skill of what? What are they doing? Letter B, inferring. Inferring yun. It's not analyzing. Letter B, inferring. Next, number 5. The main purpose, again, letter A, measure gains in learning. Number 6, which depicts in graphic form the social relations present in a group. That is, depict social, very good, sociogram. Number 7, which practice in our present educational system is in line with latest thought that nothing learned under compulsion stays with the mind? Letter A, B, or letter C? Nothing learned under compulsion stays with the mind. Hindi sila matututo pag compulsion stays sila. You have to do, correct, make the teaching learning process interesting. Letter C. Next number 8. In values education, faith, hope, and love are believed to be permanent values, whether they be valued by people or not. Upon what philosophy is this anchored? Letter, correct, letter D, idealism. Number 9. Which statement on true authority is wrong? Again, letter B, it seeks its own satisfaction and privilege. Huwag kalimutan. Number 10, my right ends where the right of others begin. What does this mean? My right ends where the right of others begin. What does this mean? Rights are not absolute. Correct. Letter A. 11. In instructional planning, which among these 3, unit plan, course plan, lesson plan, is most specific? The answer is lesson plan, letter C. Number 12. By which process do children become participating and functioning members of society by fitting into an organized way of life? Socialization is the right answer. 13. Which is a teaching approach for kindergartens that makes real-world experiences of the child the focal point of educational simulation? Letter C, Montessori approach. Kindergartens eh. 14. Which among the following graphic organizers used to help show events in chronological order? Take note, chronological order. The answer is letter D, timeline and series of event charts. 15. For city-bred students to think that their culture is better than those from the province is a concrete example of what? Correct. Letter? It's not letter B, it's letter C. Xenocentrism. Xenocentrism. Naka-center sa iba. Okay? 16. Which teaching activity is founded on Bandora's social learning theory? Bandora, letter C, modeling. 17. Which program is its vehicle in mobilizing support from the private and non-government sectors to support programs based on its menu of assistance packages? Letter B is the right answer. Adapt a school program. 18. I'd like to test whether a student knows what a particular word means. What should I ask the student to do? I want to know what a particular word means. Of course, you define the word. Define the word para malaman mo yung tamang sagot. Correct. 19. For mastery learning and in line with outcome-based evaluation model, which element should be present? Take note, mastery learning yan. Ano ang kakaibat na mastery learning? Construction of criterion reference test. Letter B. Next, number 20. The Filipino learner envisioned by the Department of Education is one who is imbued with the desirable values of person who is, what is that? Makabayan, makatao, makakalikasan, at makadiyos. Letter A, correct. 21. What function is associated with the right brain? Right brain, what is that? Right brain, hindi left brain. That is, letter B, visual, intuitive, and non-verbal. Letter B as in boy. 22. The main purpose of compulsory study of Constitution is to, what is the purpose of compulsory study? To, that is right, develop students into responsible thinking citizen. 23. Which goals of educational institution as provided for by the Constitution is the development of work skills aligned. Work skills, letter B, to develop vocational efficiency. Correct. 24. Which is not a characteristics of education during the pre-Spanish era. Not a characteristics, letter, what is that? Letter B, structure. 25. Which forms of prompting in mind, which group is arranged from least to most instructive prompting? Least to most instructive prompting. Saan dito? Least to most? Letter? That is right. Very good. Verbal, gestural, and physical. Letter B. Mauna yung verbal. Yung physical is the most na siya eh. Correct. 26. In which ways does heredity affect the development of the learner? In which way does heredity affect the development of the learner? What letter? Very negative to. The option is very negative. By heredity. By, correct, by placing limits beyond which the learner cannot develop. Letter D. Correct. 27. A master teacher is the resource speaker in an in-service training. He presented a situated learning theory and encouraged his colleagues to apply the same in class. Which of the following did he not encourage his colleagues to do? What letter? Not encourage. Not encourage. That is the contextualized teaching. Letter B. Yung A, encourage natin yan. Letter C, encourage din natin yan. Letter D, B, ang hindi. 20, weak in comprehension. To further in which particular skill his pupils are weak, which test should teacher Joshua give? To further in which particular skill are weak. That is, letter C, diagnostic. 29. Which appropriate teaching practice flows from the research finding on the brain? The brain's emotional center is tied its ability to learn. Emotional, very easy, A, B, or C. Letter, that is right. Create a learning environment that encourages students to explore their feelings and ideas freely. 29 is letter A. 30. With which is true authority equated? Service, power, coercion, suppression. The answer is letter B, power. 31. Teacher Bart wants his students to master the concepts of social justice. Which series of activities will be most effective? Master the concepts, you have to do. You have to do letter B, pre-test, teaching, and then post-test. Correct. 32. Which types of play is most characteristics of a 4 to 6-year-old child? 4 to 6-year-old, that is letter 4 to 6, associative and cooperative plays. Letter B. 33. Which material consists of instructional units that cater to varying mental level pupils? Varying mental level pupils. Letter B, multi-level materials. You know, letter B. 34. In the KWL technique, K stands for what the pupils already knows, W for what he wants to know, and L for what that is right, what he learned. Letter A. 35. Misdemeanor has a ripple effect. This implies that as a classroom manager, a teacher, tinuro ko na to, has a ripple effect. This implies that as a classroom manager, a teacher, no, it's not letter B, it's letter A. Reinforces positive behavior. Diba? Kung pareho lang din naman yung negative at positive, dito na ako sa positive. Reinforces positive behavior, letter A. 36. Based on Edgar Dale's code of experience, which activity is farthest from the real thing? Farthest. Pinakamalayo. That is letter C, viewing images. Very good. 37. When teacher Pearl tries to elicit clarification on the student responses on or solicit additional information, which of these should be used? That is probing. Letter B is the right answer. Probing. 38. Flora May enjoyed the roller coaster when she and her family went to Disneyland. The mere sight of a roller coaster gets her excited. Which theory explains Flora May's behavior? Letter B, Pavlovian conditioning. Very good. 39. You want your students to answer the questions at the end of a reading lesson. What did I learn? What still puzzles me? What did I enjoy, hate, and accomplish in the class today? And how did I learn from the lesson? Which of the following are you asking them to do? A or B? Very good. Letter B. Make a journal entry. Wala yung letters yan, letter B. 40. Based on Freud's theory, which operates when a student strikes a classmate at the height of anger? Nagalit. Letter B. E. 41. Brunner's theory of intellectual development moves from inactive to iconic and symbolic stages. Applying Brunner's theory, which would you teach? Begin with the concrete. Letter C. That is right. 42. If a student is encouraged to develop himself to the fullest and must satisfy his hierarchy of needs, the highest need to satisfy according to Maslow is letter B, self-actualization. 43. In Bandora's learning theory, it states that children often imitate those who write the answer if walang B at letter D. Letter 1 and 4. Very good. Yung may substantial influence at yung mga successful, yun yung i-imitate ng mga bata. Maganda sa kanilang paningin eh. 44. Which characterizes a learning environment that promotes fairness among learners of various cultures, family background, and gender. Inclusive and gender sensitive. Letter C. Correct. 45. After reading an essay, teacher Beatrice wants to help sharpen her students' ability to interpret. Which of those or these activities will be most appropriate? Ability to interpret, letter, what is that? Letter B, making inferences, interpretation. 46. The value that students put on reading is critical to their success. In what ways can teachers inculcate his value for reading? Letter C, 1, 2, and 3, all, sabi nga ni Ma'am Melissa. 47. Which are the basic assumptions of behaviorists? Tell me the answer pag wala dito ang sagot. Behaviorist, ha? Behaviorist. That is 1 and 2. 1 and 2. The mind of newborn child is a blank state. That's the first state. And all behavior are determined by environmental events. Behaviorist yun. 48. Which form of assessment is consistent with the saying, The proof of the pudding is in the eating. Letter, very good. Letter B, authentic. Correct. 49. Which of the following is a weakness of self-supporting personality checklist? Weakness. Letter, weakness niya ay letter C. They may not get through information because individuals can hide or disguise feelings. Pag personality check yan, letter C. 50. Si Teacher Wilson wants his students to master the concept of social justice. Which series of activities will be most effective? Saan ba dito? Letter? Letter? Very good. Letter A. Pre-test, teaching, and then post-test. Correct. 51. Teacher Raymond likes to show how the launching of spaceships takes place. Which of the following materials available is most fit? Launching of spaceships, that is, launching, kumikilos. Launching. Yung model hindi siya kumikilos eh. That is, letter B, mock up. Mock up yun eh. Di ba? Gumagalaw. You can manipulate that. Kumikilos. 52. Teacher John likes to concretize the abstract concepts of an atom. He came up with a concrete presentation of the atom by using wire and plastic balls. How would you classify Teacher John's visual aids? That is model. Very good. Letter C, model. 53. On which assumption about the learner is Mr. Sales' act of asking the class to share their insight based? Tell me kung wala dito yung sagot ha. Insight based. Letter B, learners are meant to interact with one another. 54. Which concepts of the learner will Principal Evelyn not accept? Not accept, ha? The answer is letter. Empty vessel and tabula rasa are almost the same. The answer is letter A. 3 on B, candle to be lighted. 55. Which statement is true of the rubric? Which statement is true of the rubric? It is very good. It is both holistic and developmental. Letter C. That is right. Next, number 56. Which guidelines should you follow for behavior modification to be effective? You have to letter B. Work on one behavior at a time, not several behaviors. Ang dami na nun eh. 57. When an individual or group adapt the culture of others, practice them, and become habitual, this is culture change, become habitual. 58. As a teacher, you are a rationalist. Which among these will be your guiding principle? Letter rationalist. Letter B. I must teach the child to develop his mental powers to the fullest. Correct. 59. Is for kinesthetically intelligent pupils. Kinesthetically intelligent pupils. Letter E. With which where individuals existentialists. Letter B, because of the word choices. Letter B. Can we need to pursue dialogue and discussion about our life choices? 61. Under which assumption is portfolio assessment based? Portfolio assessment based. 61 is multiple letter. That's the right answer. 62. Teacher Bonnie likes to concretize the abstract concept of the water molecule. She came up with a complete presentation by using classified visual visual A. Ginawa niya yan, yes. Okay. Pag wala yung model, go to map. Kasi nga, manipulative siya. Pag wala yung model, go to map. Manipulative. Mahawakan mo siya. 63. In what way that instructional aids enhance learning? In what way instructional aids enhance learning? Letter C, reinforce learning. Letter C, correct. 64. The study on types of reading exercises and games practicing. What? Letter A. All sorts of study methods because B, C, and D are sorts of study methods. That's the best answer. 65. In instructional study, it is necessary that the part of the plan from the first to the last have letter C. Very good. 66. Teacher Marisa wants to review and check on the lessons of the previous day. Which one would be most reliable? Review. Letter C. Explicitly review the task. Relevant information that is lesson. Correct. 67. Authority comes from God and is meant to. Letter A. Help giving the authority to do the task. Kaya na, pag may prayer, so self-help yan. Okay, letter A. 68. A principal tells teacher that the